songs we will be playing. We're beginning with Amazing Grace, and then Edelweiss, and then concluding with, of course, spiritually religious music. Very good. Holly Wally do it. So let us begin with Amazing Grace. Hang on, Brenda. Turn this off. Let's go to Edelweiss. There we go. Sometimes it helps. Now I actually have a reflection to share with everyone. During our practice, I do want to say really grateful for the patience. Brenda and Wally, I'm very, very grateful. They're really outstanding. Another person also in the congregation, I owe a really big thank you. She's been really helping me with trying to get the melody, okay? Because what I'm learning is to see if I play by myself. Well, really don't worry about the melody, because I'll always match with everyone else who's playing, because I'm the only one. But you see, it's different when we're together like this. You see, I have a whole new appreciation of the triune God. I mean, what happens when the Father and the Holy Spirit have a different opinion? See, I never really reflected that on in seminary. I mean, like, do they always agree with each other? You know, what? I have never encountered a marriage where both the parties, same sex or not, if they always agree with each other. I mean, like what happens there? And in this case, 3 are involved, not 2. So I mean, this adds another level of complication. So I mean, I was thinking, you know, Wally, I got to know Anne because I've been practicing at Wally's home. So I can see how Wally is a great example of the married man. Very supportive of Anne. He's patient. And who else is patient? Brenda. Both of them are very patient. Because my melody, sometimes it's, 1, 2, 3, and then it may, and then they go back to 1, 2, 3. But they're always staying with me. So I have learned something very, very interesting during my practice section. I have learned why some folks actually go forth, get married, and they make the marriage work, because they harmonize. You see, all their emotions and their feelings, they come together. Harmony, wonderful. And then I thought to myself when I was looking at Brenda and Wally, and I thought, oh, well, that explains why I'm still single. That must be it. Hallelujah, that must be it. So, some interesting news about that. Before my mom died, she actually did, part of Indian tradition, same with the Chinese culture, the idea of, the future, palm reading. What is written in the stars? That's a big deal. And of course, if you look at the birth of Jesus, it's there too. The wise men are looking up in the stars. So, according to my star charts, now, Brenda and Wally would affect them, and of course another wonderful person in this sanctuary. It says that I will have a late marriage, a marriage later in life. So I was reading this and going, oh, well, that's interesting. And I was a story. I was in Bolivia once with a shaman, and the shaman asked me, Andrew, you can ask any question you want, but only one. So I thought about it. So, will I ever get married? So the shaman looks at all his leaves, throws his leaves in the fire. This is actually quite entertaining. I think it's very interesting. And this is what the shaman had to say. The dark-colored leaves are affirmative, and the light-colored leaf is caution. So out of 18 leaves thrown up in the air and how they fall, 17 were dark colored. Yeah, so I thought, oh my, well, there's a big date coming in the future. So, well, then I said, well, what about that light-colored one? I mean, like, what's that one there? He said, Andrew, there is some doubt. Yes, there is some doubt. Oh, there's some doubt in your life. Well, it's probably because that's something to do trying to keep in melody and harmonizing. No wonder there's some doubt in my life. And then the shaman had something else to say. He said, Andrew, you will get married in the future, and you already know the woman you will be marrying. I said, oh, really? Oh! So, folks, I have to leave that as to be continued. I don't know. Apparently, I already know the woman. I guess, I'm sure, I'm 100% positive she must be a patient woman. I am 100% positive. I have no clue who she is, but she must be very patient. And she probably, she probably likes some of the kind of food I like go to the tandoor and have spicy samosas, because I don't see how she'd ever want to marry me. So there we go. And on that note, we will now continue with Holly Wally Doing.